No, that's what they do. That's what we've been preparing for. Sometimes they do it more games than others, but that's usually, I'll see the numbers later, how much they did it, but you always got to be ready for that on every play. They're a team that had 0 blitzes on any play. They did it the first play of the game. They did a bunch throughout the game, and that makes things hit or miss usually for both sides.
How do you think you guys handled that?
A number of times I thought we handled it real well. There was a couple times we missed it too. I say the 0 blitzes were probably an even match. But we got a couple big plays on it also, especially that touchdown at the end of Debo. But I said it was about even when they did that.
You missed one on the first play of the game.
Trying to think of.
Upset about something.
Oh yeah, I was upset about something, but I can't tell you.
How would you evaluate Brock's play tonight? Obviously, he was facing constant pressure, and so just to get the ball out, there were a couple of balls that didn't really hit guys in stride, obviously because of the pressure.
Yeah, he missed a couple today, and guys made a couple of real good catches also. But, I thought it was just a huge challenge, one of the biggest ones Brock's been in, just to, the short week to prepare for a scheme like that, just how much they do with, they had 6 guys on the line of scrimmage throughout the game. Half the time they're coming, half the time they're not. There's not a comfortable play throughout a game, from a play call standpoint and from the quarterback, just because there's a lot of plays that don't work versus that. And so you got to constantly be looking at it, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, which is a huge challenge for a quarterback. And I thought he settled down throughout it as the game went and ended up playing good enough for us to win.
Something that there was some discussion about Brock maybe being a little off under pressure, but then he puts up his first regular season 300-yard game. You score 30, passer ratings over 111. I guess it's just this is what happens to a quarterback who's expected to win, maybe?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. That's your guys' decision, how you guys want to talk about it. And it wasn't his best game, but I think Brock played well. I mean, he definitely wasn't perfect, missed a couple throws, but he also made a couple plays that I didn't think were there. So I was definitely happy with him.
You guys made an emphasis of getting off to a fast start to the season this year. To be sitting here now 3-0, heading into your mini buys, what does it mean for you guys?
I mean, that's the goal, and we're real happy to be 3-0 right now. It's it's really cool to do it after a Thursday night game. There's not many times in the NFL where you get to enjoy a win more than just that night. So it's always cool when you win on Thursdays. I told the guys if they want to win and have a weekend off, we got to earn it, and those guys did. And now you can sit back and relax a little bit, kind of enjoy how these last 3 weeks have gone, and be ready to go on Monday.
Came away from both of the first 2 games expecting to watch the film and say, man, we got a lot of work to do still. You expect to say the same after this?
Yeah, definitely. No, I thought, I think, I don't want to, our guy, we did real good, time of possession. I think we had like 40 minutes. I know, thought our defense played real well. I thought they stepped it up last week. They started doing that in the second half last week, and I thought it continued into today. It was a good job making them one-dimensional in the run game. But we did very well on third downs on offense today, which allowed us to keep some drives going. But I think we got to improve because I think we could have more points than that.
Two special teams mistakes, and they got closer than they probably should have been by the way the game was going. Is that the point of concern in the game?
Yeah, that was huge. I felt like we had all the momentum right there, and then those 2 special teams penalties gave them a chance to get back into it. They got the big one to get us backed up. Our defense did an awesome job. I believe it was 3 and out to start. That's our chance to really take control of the game, and we ended up getting the penalty to have us backed up. We had a fumbled snap, I believe, on first down, miscommunication between the quarterback and center. And then when we punted, getting that penalty 2 weeks in a row for the same thing was huge. That gave them a great field position and made it a game there for a second.
Were they giving you those short, kind of like trying to get you to take those short passes? And you just have to keep taking them until obviously Debo breaks one like that?
A lot of times they're bringing more people than we have blocking, so you got to get rid of it real fast. When people zero, they're always bringing one more than you. Usually, depends if the guy's blocking, if they want to hug up or drop into coverage, and usually they're hugging up. So you got to get rid of the ball fast when it's situations like that. But that's also why you got some good looks to run with it, because if you make one guy miss, there's no one else left, and we got some guys who are pretty good at making people miss and pretty good at breaking tackles.
Will Debo need X-rays on his ribs?
I don't know. I'm sure, but it was good that he came back in. He came back in, which usually means you're hoping it's positive, but I know he's sore right now, and we'll have to check that out.
Third series of the game where I think it's 3rd and 15, and you put the ball in his hands and he gets the first down. Just, I mean, at the time, but in retrospect, how big was that just to get the chains moving, you guys go down and score?
It was huge. I mean, that one to him on 3rd and 15, I don't know if it was the same drive or not. I think it was. And then we had, I think, a 3rd and 13 possibly that we did one to Christian. It's a great job by Spencer getting up on the guy who had Christian in coverage. And once he got him and we got by him, there was no one else left. So both of those were 2 huge plays because usually in 3rd and long, you're almost surrendering. But we got some good guys with the ball in our hands, and the blockers were real good on those plays too.
You could feel the absence of Ayuk out there. How did you think the other receivers?
Yeah, anytime you're missing a great player, there's always an absence. But I thought Ronnie Bell and Ray played real well. Didn't give them any targets. They had a couple opportunities, and we got some 0 looks, so they didn't get it. But there was no play in the game where I can remember that they had a bad play. So they did their job.
Appears to be the magic number. You've scored 30 in all 3 wins. I would think it has to be somewhat encouraging, given that you can see plays. You have more plays to be made.
That's why we tried to struggle in the red zone, so we could keep 30 3 weeks in a row. No, I didn't even realize that till after, but I mean, it's great to get 30 3 weeks in a row, but we felt like we left a lot out there too.
Are you close to playing if this game was a Sunday? Do you think?
I think he probably could if it was a Sunday. We were hoping maybe he could wake up different today, but he didn't have a chance once we saw that.
Did Ronnie Bell prove anything to you today? Ronnie Bell?
No, he already has proven to us. We've been real happy with Ronnie. Thought he was ready for the moment. I thought it was a challenge for him, just on a short week, getting all the game plan together, especially his first time going through that. But I'll see when I see the tape, but I thought he stepped it up and played real well.
You really scored a lot since Purdy's been your quarterback. Is it something attributable, just the fact that he's doing things that just get you guys to score a lot of points?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing well. He's played very well since he's gotten an opportunity to get in there. He's hasn't made many mistakes, and he gets the ball in our guys' hands and reads the coverages right too. And when stuff isn't there, he makes a lot of plays to keep us on the field, and he's done a hell of a job. All right, thanks, guys.